Hi everyone, I'm April and welcome to Ask Vinnie Thompson Zoom meeting. Today we have a very special guest, Phyllis Taylor, and she'll share with us the exclusive virtual 75-hour pre-licensed real estate course. So Vinnie and Phyllis, take it away.
Thank you very much. Before I get started, I just wanted to give a special shout out to April for all those uh, who have attended my Zoom calls as I've been fortunate to experiment on you all for bigger platforms. She's helped me look smarter and be smarter when you're having those technical difficulties that I can really figure out. I like to defer to people smarter than me on my team, and she always helps out in making me look good because it takes a lot. So special shout out to you, April, and your efforts. So
You're
today I have a
welcome.
very special Zoom call. All those are special, but this is special among special because we have here real estate royalty. All right. That is none other than a person I was fortunate to have met. Actually, I knew of her through many different people, but I got a chance to meet her in person when I invited Claudine Ellis, the Queen Claudine, here to my market center to speak about Facebook, and Phyllis came with the crew. Phyllis Taylor, Miss Phyllis Taylor. She I don't know, more than half the people she brought, showing love, showing support, and I began to talk to her. She has a vast amount of real estate experience, and I'm always a big learner of people who've done it before. Um, I'm saying most of my success is, hey, how'd you do it? And what mistakes did you make so I don't have to make those same mistakes? With no further ado, Phyllis Taylor. Phyllis, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Thank you, Vinny. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very happy that you have Alicia here to really make it smooth for you so that you can just really flow and just focus on and do what it is that you do.
No,
But yeah,
it's April. April.
I see, who is Alicia here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
Hi, Alicia.
okay,
Oh,
so we have, yes, we have, oh, wow,
yes.
wonderful. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So April, so I'm happy that you even have April here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're coming in. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You have quite a few people coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what did you want to know? What did you want me to share? What are we going to talk about?
Well, we spoke offline about several things. Specifically, you're in New Jersey, right?
Mhm.
And how's business there in New Jersey?
Business is booming in New Jersey. It is
Mm-hmm.
absolutely off the chain in New Jersey because a number of people are fleeing from New York, from Brooklyn, from Queens, from Manhattan. We can't provide enough space for them. And because I'm also a New York broker as well for about 20 years, I just see the transition. I just see them coming in, and we just need, I think, more realtors. So one of the reasons why I'm offering this exclusive virtual 75-hour pre-licensed real estate class in New Jersey is because COVID has offered the opportunity for us to be able to do it online. That's been
Mm-hmm.
a big thing in Jersey. We haven't been able to do a class online, makes it very difficult. So now we're able to actually, during COVID, offer this class online. So I'm hoping that I'll have about 100 people in this first class that I'm launching. I'm not sure how long it's going to go, in terms of they'll carry it out. I'm going to run another one in July and another one in August. But there's a bigger platform, Vinny, why I am actually doing these classes. And even before this and up until now, my bigger why. And I don't know if you really want to know, but I just believe that our people need to understand the value of what real estate is. They need to understand the value of real estate ownership. And how else are you going to understand it if you don't really take a real estate class? I'm not even saying become an agent or a broker. I'm just saying understand the depth and the value of land ownership. We have the same amount of home ownership since the Civil Rights, Act was passed in 1963, if that's the right year. We still have the same amount of percent. We have not grown in the amount of home ownership since the 60s. That's very critical. In fact, we've lost the homes that we've had as a community of people. So how do we correct that? We go back to the drawing board, we create some foundations, we teach people what the value of real estate is. And that's another opportunity that we have also in COVID for our agents. I'm also a coach. I have about 100 clients that I absolutely coach. I'm in 4 KW market centers. And
Hold on now, Phyllis. You're going way too fast. You're going New York fast. There's
well,
some real gems that you've been saying here. You said you do coaching,
yes.
and in how many market centers?
I'm in 4 market centers. I'm in Newark. We just launched a brand new Newark Market Center, which is another place that's off the chain. I'm there.
Okay.
I'm the coach in that market center for KW. I'm also the coach in our Springfield, New Jersey Market Center, the coach in our Maplewood Market Center, and where my broker's license is held, I also have a coaching team there as well in Jersey City. So I'm pretty busy. My global role is to have coaching opportunities all over the world as I build my coaching network and train other individuals how to be coaches. It's quite a lucrative career within real estate. So
it's funny. I just want to talk about the coaching, go off the topic, but on topic. I didn't understand coaching. And when you have some success early in real estate, you start to feel yourself, not knowing that nobody does it alone. No matter what story, I'm self-made, I'm man-made, human-made. The biggest, most successful teams in the world and people have a coach. I think LeBron James says he spends $1 million a year on his body just for training, right? And a coach is super critical in any level of success because they can see your blind spots and let you see through the real you in what you're doing and the impact you're trying to make.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. You gain a lot of clarity with coach. You have an accountability partner, and if it's a great coach, you have someone that can really help you identify what your goals are and then create a system around your goals and get it accomplished. That's our famous GPS, goals, priorities, and strategies. So once that's created, and I've created a very easy little formula to help people establish their GPS right away, because you're just really running in place if you don't have that GPS. You just don't know. It's like you're in a strange town and your GPS in your car is not working. There's no more MapQuest, right? We don't even know how to get where we're going. So that's the value of a GPS in business. It's the same thing.
Now, this virtual class you have, so how is it? So like, I know they offer different classes. And with these different classes, sometimes you can do it online with no instructor, or you can have a virtual class. So will you be the one teaching this class virtually, or?
Yes, I'm going to be alive. I'm going to be live and alive in the classroom. It's going to be on a Zoom platform. So I'll be able to interact with every student within the class, keep it really very engaging. Each of the candidates that are in the class will do maybe a 3-minute presentation over the course of the class, just to make sure that they're really getting it, because to pass the real estate exam now in New Jersey, they have stepped it up about 5 levels for you not to pass. We went from, in 2 years, 48,000 realtors to 95,000 realtors in the state of New Jersey. That's very serious, right?
Sure.
So, yeah, so we were starting to run into some of the same issues that New York runs into. There's no regulation, can't really manage things, a little edge of the wild, wild west. So now they brought in the big dogs. Well, I was in New York for 20 years. I mean, I understand New York very well.
You already know, Phyllis.
So one of the things about the New Jersey side is that we can actually close deals so much quicker and so much more seamlessly. And that's what I'm encouraging realtors, to look at the opportunity rather than just refer. Yes, of course, you can refer your people out, but why not just get your license? With technology? You can work the deal from anywhere on the planet now, right?
That's right.
So it's a win-win. I don't know where I was going with that other point, but do you recall where I was going with it?
Yeah, so I was saying you're going to be doing it virtually, but you're going to be actually teaching the class, as opposed to, you have many online platforms where the computer turns on and you click and you're falling asleep and you wake up and you can rewind. You also got to know what kind of learner you are. I was always the kind of learner where I can't do online. I need to have like this, the new this, someone talking, a human preferably. And interaction where I feel like I can at least see you, and that helps me understand more, which I thought that was so special, that you were doing this course as opposed to just, hey, go to the school that takes you twice the amount of time, if not 3, because you don't have that human interaction. So I thought that was wonderful.
Exactly. And I also am going to have an assistant in the class who is really going to be tracking enrollment, making sure that my candidates are in the class from the start to the finish. So she'll come in and take enrollment, and then she'll come in and sort of proctor as I'm keeping it really very dynamic up front. And then she'll come in at the end and also count and make sure that everyone is still present. Because if I'm focused on this and I'm focused on really trying to get that learning into the individuals, I don't have time to deal with the chat and all of that other stuff. I really want to engage. And also another thing that this platform teaches us, Vinny, is that we're able to actually look at, you can study people so much more in this platform. You know, it gives us a more granular view of individuals. People don't realize it, but I can tell more about people almost in this platform than if they are across from me, because they don't realize that you're really actually studying them, right? So I have a little helper there. So I'm looking to have a very dynamic class. I have a 99% pass rate. And the 1% I said, I think in an email to someone, the 1% are the ones that did not even show up. Okay.
Right.
Or that one that didn't show. But other than that, everyone passed because I keep them really fully engaged. This class is going to be 3 weeks. I was going to have it at 2 weeks, but it's going to be in the evenings. That's another thing. Since we're still trying to adjust to our lives during the day, you know, working with our families or whatever, I said, okay, let's do what are we doing in the evenings now, except for being on social media or television, whatever. So I was going to have it from 6 to 11, a little late. So I moved it to 5 to 10. And I think it's really showing up. You know, we hop in, I'm going to have multiple breaks, probably 4 or 5 breaks to keep it really dynamic and energetic. So I think it's, this is my first virtual, but I've taught these classes quite a few times. So I am, I'm excited about it.
Tell us some of your experience. When we spoke the other day on the phone, I was really moved because you have so much experience in different markets and have been in the business and at different companies. Tell us a little bit about your experience, Phyllis.
Well, which one do you want to know? I can talk about, I can tell you what happened. I was actually had a Remax office in Harlem. I started out in 2000 with Wycott Realtors in Tenafly, New Jersey. Didn't like that office, didn't like the demographics of the politics. So I went over to the Jersey City office. I soared. I became Wycott Realtors' top listing agent in 3 counties, in Hudson, Essex, and Bergen County. And we didn't have the internet. Email was just kind of looming, right? It was around, but it wasn't where it is today. So everything was in the newspaper. So every week I would always be in the newspapers, but I was Wycott Realtors' #1 listing agent in 3 counties. Okay, not just Hudson County, but Bergen and Essex County. So making a lot of money. It was crazy. I was doing extremely well, but I was just so engaged. My knees were really good. You know, I had that energy, you know, it'd be like a day in the life. I really loved it. And I still love it. So I got an opportunity to move to a Remax office because I was paying Wycott so much of the money that I was earning. And one guy came to me and said, well, Phyllis, do you realize that you're going to make like $46,000 this month? And I said, well, no, I really wasn't really focusing on that. I'm just really trying to give service to my customers. And I just loved it, right? And I used to wear this crazy hairpiece, right? It was like like sort of kind of blondish. It was cute, but I used to wear that. And in the back, when I would do an open house, I would always pull my hair up and you would see like little peas, you know, like where my hair is nappy in the back. I'm good. So one of my girlfriends said, well, no, don't you want to pull that down right there? You know, so that you can be like, oh, I said, no. You have to have a slightly crazy tinge. When you're perfect, you know, there's some people don't take you as much, but when you are authentic and you are organic and you're yourself, the world just bows down at your feet. So everybody was saying, well, Phyllis, how you can walk out and come back in with 8 listings in a day? And I was like, well, I just showed up, you know, so this is like my history, my early history. So I went from there. I got an opportunity to go to Remax in Jersey City. He kept nurturing me and said, well, Phyllis, I mean, this is all you have to pay and you can get your money. You can put your $50K in your pocket every month or whatever you're doing, because, you know, they watch you. And I said, oh, okay. So I went to Remax, paid a desk fee. And then a customer and his wife came in the office from New York. And they said, I took them out, you know, we went and did looking at some properties, and they said, oh, Phyllis, we really loved working with you today. And do you have your New York license? And I said, well, no, I had never thought about it. And he said, well, we have a portfolio in New York and we would love for you to manage it if you got your New York license. Boom. I joined the Remax office in Harlem, managed their portfolio, became the top producing agent in that office. My broker loved her. She had a stroke. I bought that Remax office. Boom. Went straight to the top even further, and then the market crashed.
Right. Right.
Great experience. So we talk about these shifts, how you bounce back after these shifts. I've seen quite a few shifts. You only do better when you come up out of a shift, right?
That's right.
So I took a little hiatus and then I came back into real estate with KW. And a couple other smaller companies in between, and I did another couple other businesses in between and came back in with KW. So I went in, I think I was with Sotheby's Prominent Properties, one of those boutique companies, big companies. And a gentleman who owned about, I think now he owns about 12 or 15 KWs in Jersey. He asked me, I told him that I liked KW's business model because I used my KW book. I used Gary Keller's book to run my Remax office in Harlem. Right.
Right.
There's no Remaxes around. So what he said was, when I did meet the gentleman that owned these KWs over here, he said, well, you know, I said, what does it take for a girl to be able to join this company? And he said, well, are you available next Tuesday? And I said, of course. He said, pack your bags, first class, sent me to Mega Camp. I mean, they laid it out for me. I was blown away. And from there, it's just been uphill. It's been uphill. I love the culture. I love the education. I love the training. I love the opportunities. I love the majority of people that I've met. I absolutely love the opportunity. And so I'm going into my sixth year, going to my 7th year with KW. And I've found my home in terms of what it is that I do within this business now at this age. And coaching is it. It's a way where I can really bring in my genuine experiences. I can show realtors how to make $100,000 their first year. I can really teach them or really just coach them through the way they're supposed to be. It's just a great place to be, Vinny. Great place.
I'm definitely in agreement with you. I bounced around a little bit too. And I definitely feel like I found my home. And in finding my home, I realized that different realtors thrive in different environments. When I was at the dependent model, I realized that some realtors thrive by giving leads given to them. The shock to me when I went to KW said, look, you know, KW is this, we got training, but you know, you got to find your own leads. I'm like, oh, find my own leads. So yeah, you're a business person. You got to go get it. You know, since, you know, it's not our name that's going to be in lights, it's going to be your name. So, you know, I know like the inside joke, I know for some friends of mine at KW is, how small can you make the KW sign? Because it's not about them, because they empower the agents. But enough about me. You also mentioned something that's crucial to me that had me thinking about my own life's legacy and what I want to do. If you care to share what you said your life's legacy is and what you really are looking to do ultimately and what you want to leave.
Thank you for bringing that back. I'm actually working on an 18-acre development somewhere in the South. As I get further along, then I'll be a little bit more vocal about it. But I really want to be able to provide a home where many people can really understand how we are supposed to be living, even provide spaces for people to have interim places to live, and just learn basic skills where we can be self-sufficient and function. Want to get in a position where I can all be able to build a water plant and an electrical power place so that we can have our own resources. We need our own, where we can have our own manufacturing of foods and farms. And that's my bigger thing. But guess what? You can't do any of that without land, right?
That's right.
And if we don't know the value of land, right? How are we ever going to get it? So I'm going back to square one and I'm educating my people on the value of land ownership and how we need to be in front, buying our land, whether we got to come together 2 deep, 10 deep, 25 deep. We need to be getting together, and somebody with that best credit needs to show up and purchase that land for us in groups. We got to do it. It's over with for us if we don't do that.
Absolutely.
We can very well see. So that's my bigger picture. At this decade, I'm saving my race. I'm saving my people.
Absolutely. Phyllis, this was excellent. I thank you. I wanted to spread that word about you having that 75-hour class, paying it forward. I forgot who said it, but they said when you get a real estate license, you get the key to a $1 billion plus industry. You just got to figure out how to get inside. You got the key. You got to figure out what to do when you get inside, you know? And I think people like yourself, coaches that can help new agents, older agents, mid-level agents take it to the next level, you know, is really also the second part to what you can do with that key. Because I don't know who I was before coaching, tell you the truth. Like, I didn't know exactly how my real estate business was before I came to someplace like this that has so much training and people like yourself willing to teach and show you what you have.
Yes.
You know, even for myself, I love co-broking. I don't say that everybody does, but I'm excited to meet somebody else I can help eat.
That's
you
right.
don't eat by yourself, or give somebody some information, or a homeowner, or whatever the case. Just spread some knowledge. And I hope people look at something like this and get something out of it, you know, as well. You know?
Exactly. You're oh great, I thought it disappeared. Yes.
Yeah, no, my
So are you
battery's going.
able to, if anyone is interested in that class, it starts on Monday. If anyone is interested, are you able to make them aware? Do you have a way they can get my information, or?
I do. And I'm going to make a separate flyer for you about this class in New Jersey, how you can get your license.
Okay.
I'll do it as well.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Phyllis, thank you very much. You have enjoy your evening. Stay safe,
Mm-hmm.
you know, during this COVID season, and lots of luck.
Thank you so much, man. This was great.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Phyllis.
Phyllis.
Good day.
Okay,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much. Thank you, April. Bye-bye, Nerva
Bye-bye.
and Patrice
Tyrone,
and
Lisa, Pat.
Tyrone, and nice hat, Tyrone. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, you got it.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you.
Mhm.